You've just finished college and you don't know what to do next. You might be thinking about studying and diving deep in your field, or you might think it's just time to go to work. I'm sure many of you might have also taken into consideration the idea of doing a gap year, to take some time off and regain focus and be ready once back to go to the next step of your life. But let's be honest, even though more and more people are talking and taking into consideration gap years, some still think they're just a waste of time. And this stigma, of course, affects many of you when you're thinking about whether to do a gap year or not, because you may think, oh, but some people think that it's just a waste of time. So it probably should be, right? I shouldn't do it. And that's exactly why we're here today, to answer the $1 million question that most of our students ask us before they decide that they actually are ready and want to embark on this experience, which is, are gap years a waste of time, or can they really lead to both professional and personal growth? Ciao a tutti and welcome back to the Italianforawhile channel, your go-to destination for all things Italy. If you haven't done it yet, before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get more tips and tricks on how to make the most out of your learning experience in Italy. So we can start, and in this video what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to debunk some common myths and misconceptions that people often have about gap years. And not only we're gonna do that, but also we're gonna give you some tips on how to make really the most out of this amazing learning experience. So, is a gap year bad? Spoiler, only if you don't plan it. On the contrary, today I'm here to prove you that if planned right, a gap year can be an amazing opportunity to grow on a personal, on an academic, and on a professional level. This experience can really help you understand new things about yourself, new things about the world, and ultimately also help you understand what you want your next steps in life to be. So I'd say just let's get started, shall we? So first of all, let me start by giving you an overview of what people actually get wrong about the idea of a gap year. So basically, many people think that gap years are just an excuse for people that want to be lazy, that want to party all night, and that just don't want to grow up, to just keep procrastinating. They see it as if you're taking a year off to just do nothing. And of course, also the use of social media has to be blamed for this, because you often see the perfect pictures that a gap year seems like an ever-going vacation, and of course this doesn't really help to get this stigma away. What of course you cannot see on social media, and what a lot of these people that criticize gap years often don't see, is that this experience is an amazing opportunity to step outside of your comfort zone, to learn about new cultures, to learn a new language, to meet people from all over the world, to exchange ideas with them, but also to learn more about yourself, about what you're capable of, to learn new skills, and ultimately to figure out what you really want to do with your life. So you can really see it as a journey of self-discovery. But of course, when it is that a gap year is actually not a good idea, when it's not well planned, as we were mentioning before. Let's see why. One of the biggest pitfalls is just taking a gap year, or even just some time off. Can it be also 3 months, 4 months, 7 months, whatever, without having a specific plan in mind of what you're gonna do with your free time. Of course, it's easy to hope that your free time and this gap experience will lead you to personal growth. But personal growth does not come overnight and without a structured plan. Without intentional planning, a year can slip by very easy. Some common signs of an unstructured gap year are the following. First of all, no clear goal. You didn't set any personal, academic, or professional goals. Second, drifting aimlessly. So you just spend your days and they pass by without you taking any clear direction. 3, wasting time on distractions. Instead of gaining experience or learning new skills, seeing new people, you just waste time binge watching and scrolling your social media and just sleeping all day. So it's pretty clear that yes, if you take a gap year or some time off, let's just call it this way, and just you use it to chill and do nothing without a clear plan, of course, this is gonna be a waste of time. Sticking to your comfort zone or letting your fears hold you back will make you miss out on the incredible opportunity of exploring this renewed time that you usually don't have because you're working, you're studying, you're parenting, to just do something new that is good for yourself. So the key to really make the most out of this time that you have, it's just to step outside your comfort zone, don't let your fears hold back, and be ready to explore new things, meet new people, learn new skills, explore new places, and simply embrace the unknown. So visit the country you've always wanted to visit, learn that language that you've always loved, take that course that you have always wanted to but you never had the time to. Whatever it is that you decide to do with your gap experience, just make sure to start planning it ahead of time, so way before that it starts, so that when all the free time that you're gonna have actually arrives, you're gonna be prepared. You're not gonna be feeling overwhelmed, and you're just gonna know how to actually exploit it to the best. So now let me give you some actionable suggestions that you can put into practice to end up with a gap year or gap experience that is well structured. So as we've just mentioned already, the best of gap years are those that start with a clear sense of direction. This is the best way to lead you towards meaningful experiences rather than regrets. So the key here is to start with a well-defined purpose and a flexible but structured plan to ensure that every single moment counts during your gap year. So first of all, define what you want to achieve. As we've said before, you want to become fluent in a language, you want to finish a course that you never had the time to start, you want to go visit another country, you want to learn another culture, you want to see if another profession would be the perfect one for you. Having specific aims makes it easier to design a year that will support them. Second, create a structured but adaptable plan. Of course, a rigid schedule might feel like a bit too much, a bit overwhelming and restrictive. But to have a general framework that you can work on every day will prevent your gap year from turning into a period of inactivity. Also, if you have a whole gap year, you can consider dividing it into phases. So a few months dedicated to learning something you always wanted to but never had the time. Then maybe some volunteering, followed by some work experience. Whatever it is that you want to do, just write it down, make a list, and stick with it. Third, set personal milestones. Whether it's reaching a certain language proficiency, or being accepted to a program, or being accepted to a volunteering or an internship job, whatever that is, just remember to set some clear benchmarks so that you can track your process and stay motivated. And lastly, do the best that you can to always hold yourself accountable. Of course, it's easy to lose focus when there's nobody there like putting pressure and telling you what to do. So regular self-check-ins, goal tracking, or just discussing your progress with a mentor can go a long way. So in conclusion, back to our $1 million question, is a gap year bad? Well, I really hope that I have convinced you that the answer is it depends on how you plan it. At Italianforawhile, we have witnessed and we keep witnessing every day how a gap experience can be the perfect backdrop for personal development. So as long as you have a well-defined goal and a structured gap year, this is gonna be a life-changing experience for you. And actually one of the most productive and exciting chapters of your life, if you ask us. Indeed, it's just your chance to learn, grow, explore, set outside your comfort zone, decide what you want to do with your life, regain focus. I could just keep going endlessly. And we really see it every day with all our gap year students. The only key, as always, is to be proactive. So, as we said, set clear goals, be engaged, and rest assured that all the skills that you're gonna develop are gonna be with you way past the year. So, in conclusion, I want just to underline once more that a gap year is not a setback. It's actually a launchpad for your new future. And if you approach it with purpose and passion, you can actually find out that this is one of the best things that you can do for your future. Once again, I hope you found this video useful, and remember to just like it, share it, or just comment it with a friend. If you have any question, make sure to ask them. We're here to answer all of them. And to the next time. Ciao!